Well, hello again, folks. Welcome back to the cabin. This is Q&A Sunday number 6. I got a lot of stuff to cover, so I'm going to jump right into it. First question, how much firewood do we burn in a year? I don't know. We've only been here about 8 months and the fire is still burning, but I can answer that accurately when spring finally gets here and the fire goes out. Lots of questions about my boots, like what winter boot do I recommend? I've got a video entirely on boots on the editing board right now. Should be having that coming up sometime soon. If I discussed the boots, it would eat up this whole episode. So I've got a boot video on the way. Okay, my battery system. Lots of questions on my battery system. They want to know what I have, how do I charge it, and how often do I charge it. All right. Like I said in my last episode, I am no authority on this subject and I'm not one to be giving advice. And there's a lot of really good information out there on these other channels that can steer you in the right direction. But I will answer the question. All I have is 4 Walmart deep cycle marine batteries linked together. I have an inverter, so I hook the inverter to the batteries, and then I plug from the inverter into the wall, which powers up the cabin. There you go. If I'm running my generator for power tools, I unplug the inverter and I plug the generator into the cabin, and now the cabin is running on the generator power. Whenever the generator is running to run a power tool, which I haven't run a power tool since, I don't know, late November, early December, which has been a nice break from it. But whenever that big generator, the 4,000 watt generator, is running and I'm running a power tool, I always throw a charge on the batteries. But when I'm just charging the batteries, I use the smaller, my little Champion generator, which eats a lot less gas and it's a lot quieter. And I'll charge the battery system roughly 2 to 3 times a week. We use very little power here. And that's working for us. I'm just the type of guy that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And what we have works. But when we do have solar hooked up, I will get somebody who knows what they're doing, come and help me out, point me in the right direction, we'll hook it up proper, and I'll film that process for you. Yeah, but again, you don't want to be taking advice from me. Whenever I talk about this subject, I'll get a lot of responses from knowledgeable people that'll type, about that much text, with all kinds of technical jargon, but when you're talking about all kinds of power conversions and transfer switches and amp hours, my brain goes and I don't get it. It's just not who I am, and I don't even know what an amp hour is, and you can tell me 1,000 times, I just don't get it. So I use it to my advantage. So like when Lori asked me to get busy with the honey-do list, like, hey, when are you going to fix that loose board on the stairs? I should be able to get at it within, I don't know, a few amp hours. And neither one of us knows when that will happen. Will I switch to a 12-volt fridge once we get solar? I doubt it, but I don't know. I think whatever solar we have here will be very mediocre, like I said in the last episode. And I don't really want to have my refrigeration eating what battery storage that we have. Right now, using the gas, it works out great, and it's entirely separate from the power consumption. And like I said, this little gas refrigerator, it costs about $17 a month to run it, and it's fantastic, and it's a great combination. The icebox, the fridge, and the freezer works out slick. So whether or not I ever switch to 12 volt for the refrigeration, I doubt it, but who knows? How come I didn't do a Christmas video? Well, lots of reasons. The Christmas videos, there's a ton of work that goes into them. And it's really, really hard to think up all that stuff and not be too redundant, And I want to keep them comical, and I don't want to go downhill with them. So I did come up with enough stuff for it and was starting to film for it, but that was when I was having all that trouble with the copyright claims. And I know that people don't realize it, but those Christmas videos are packed with music, sound effects, all kinds of soundtracks. There's Santa ho ho ho's and jingle bells and all kinds of sound effects going on. And I didn't want to take that much time and then just get it locked up with copyright claims, because like I said before, as soon as there's a copyright claim, whoever the claimant is gets all the money from all the views and I get nothing. Plus, like I said, they take so much time to produce, and I really didn't have the time. We were trying to get a home set up. So I've got a lot of funny stuff thought up for this December, and hopefully we can get back on track with it. But go and play the last one, and like the skit where Frankie is straddling me instead of Vixen and he spits the ball out, there's sound effects going on there. In the caffeined up scene where I ran outside and I'm throwing frisbees for Frankie, go and watch that and turn your volume all the way down and you'll see what I mean. Without the sound effects, they're drier than a popcorn fart. And then people are gonna go, well, your videos aren't what they used to be. Oh, you're really going downhill now, because I hear it all the time. So that's why I didn't do a Christmas video. What are my thoughts on marriage? Oh boy. We'll open up a can of worms on this one. All right. Wait a minute. All right. Marriage can be a wonderful thing if you have the right partner. The problem is a lot of people get married when they really don't know all about their partner yet. People don't show their true colors very often until you live with them for a few years. It's unfortunate, but we're all on our best behavior. And we all say, you know, we like the interest of the others. I've heard it a million times. Oh, I love hunting and fishing. Oh, I love camping. That's until they're out there and you got a black fly or a mosquito in every nook and cranny and they're getting poison ivy, and then they don't like it so much. And then they're starting to complain because you're off hunting and fishing all the time. You know? But, you know, relationships are fantastic, but I have a problem with the legal document. You know, because once you sign that paper, your future and your finances are in someone else's hands. You know, because in a divorce, it doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. It's who has the better lawyer is going to come out on top. And it's sad that it's that way, but it's true. You know? I got married once. I was maybe 25. Kind of jumped into it. You know, luckily, you know, I've seen so many of my friends go through horrible divorces and lose a lot and voice their problems to me about that when I got married, see, I already had my cabin and my property and stuff like that. So I got a prenuptial agreement signed, and then when the marriage went sour, we signed the divorce papers and we went our separate way. You know, I was just as much at fault as she was, maybe even more so during that marriage for all the problems there, but we were young and stupid and made stupid decisions. That's the way it is. But because of that prenuptial agreement, there was nothing to fight about, because there was no lawyer jumping in the picture going, well, you can have this and you should have this. Well, you're stupid if you don't take this. And there's all this outside influence. And then you go before a judge and it's up to him or her whether they're going to sign your divorce papers. I don't want someone else in control of my future and my finances. No, sir. The relationship goes south, I want to go north. Plain and simple. You know? It's hard to make the right decisions when you have your head in the clouds. It's hard to see the signs. But if you want some signs, here's one. Look at this, right? What's the wedding march, wedding song there, right? It goes da 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 da, da 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 da, right? And then a funeral march. Da 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 da, da 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 da. Certainly, I'm not the only one that sees the similarities in that one. It's the same song. Yeah, so whether or not I'll ever get married again, legally married, I don't think so. All right, I'm going to answer one more and then I'm going to wrap it up for this week. This is a question that I've answered in the past. I get a lot of new subscribers asking old questions, but that's what I like about these Q&As is I can answer the question one last time, and then when it comes in again, I can just send them and go, hey, watch Q&A number 6, because I answered it there. Now I don't have to keep answering the same question repeatedly, and I don't want to blow people off. So this is going to work out really good, and it already has. And I love this question because I like the way I can answer it. In all the years that I've been kicking around the woods, have I ever seen signs of a Sasquatch? Well, back in my rough and tumble days when I was young and bar hopping, I've seen a few Sasquatch, but usually in the early morning light, and I fleed the scene as quickly as possible. Damn the beer goggles. But aside from that foolishness, yes, I've never seen a Sasquatch, but one time many years ago, my friend Tom and I were kicking around the woods, and we saw some fresh tracks, and where a Sasquatch had been marking his territory. Yep. And then we heard some growls, and we ran from there as quickly as possible.
Did you hear that?
We never went back. Sounded kind of mean. But anyway, folks, that's it for this week. Keep the questions coming. This has been fun, and I'm getting such great reviews from it. I'm having a ball with it. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. All the best to you, and God bless.
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go. There's a pokey way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss.